Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Hockey and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Martinez on the carry. At the 35, he's open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll give it to him again. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Offense getting set for first down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air, it's Sellers coming after it. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Oh, the ball's out on the return. He's going to get loose. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
A manageable distance on third down as they try to convert from the 20. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays, you rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Harbor. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
The Gamecocks are rolling down the field. He caught it. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
And really good job knowing I don't get in the end zone. I got to get close to the end zone, be ready to break on the football as soon as they throw up. I can't give up any yards after the catch, and they don't right there.
Trying to punch it in. And again, he gets nothing. This defense is not giving up anything on the goal line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Trying to run it in. And he's wrestled to the ground.
And decision coming up, but you know what you're going to do. The ball's on the 1-yard line. You go make your decision, stay aggressive, get after it.
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll try the run. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. The Canes want to move quickly. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
They'll try it over the left side. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
They go to the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's past the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in...
Oh, look out! At the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness.
Got a lot of running room. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Arkansas was anything but dominant today, but the Hogs are going to leave Razorback Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Trying to get the corner. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where are you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
It's really frustrating for a defense when you cover that first play and you knew it was going to be a pass, you cover everything short, but then the quarterback just makes something happen. I mean, just good luck trying to get him. That's why he plays QB. That's why he's so dynamic.
They'll run it to the right side. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground as a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Going to take a shot at this DB. And he intercepts it. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield. The defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
Hard in the backfield, it's Harbor. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
2nd down coming up. Motion from the offense. The jet sweep pass. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming, defense trying to rise up. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, South Carolina.
A field goal attempt from here would just be 48 yards, but they'll try to move the chains on 4th down and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Dropping back, it's Sellers. He'll pull it down and run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
From the gun, running back gets to give. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
And the Gamecocks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their 1st game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Fires left. And the pass is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of this decision making.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way. They'll leave it with him. Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And padding those stats, and all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, That's a good day.
Man, they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game one, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
They're trying to get to it. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today. Another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day. Really, really good night for this young man.
Pulls and fires complete. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They started this drive in great field position, now needing to convert on 3rd and 2. Off the play fake. Buying some time. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Makes one man miss. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. The Gamecocks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. He's got it on the run. That should be the final play of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're ready to get it started here in the second half. He's going to bring it out from deep. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll open the second half on the ground. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Buys a little time. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. He rifles one deep to the left. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
Trying to find his man on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making a play. You just gave up a big completion down the field. That's not going to happen again. That's not happening on my watch. Right away, that D lineman decides to go after the QB, and he makes a big play.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10.
Check.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Flushed out of the pocket. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Snagged in the middle. It's Baxter. Running toward. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, South Carolina. And the beatdown has ensued.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the week.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Oklahoma State proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Pokes team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll turn to Martinez. He is smashing people. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Right back to the well. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd down.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again.
Get set.
Running back goes in motion. Touch pass on the run. quick spin on the run. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
Well, if they're...
And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield, he'll lose a couple.
Man, that linebacker timed that play so well. I'm surprised the running back even held on to the football. They're lucky that was only a tackle for loss.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass that can happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got a man, it's Carr. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, South Carolina 35, Miami 7.
It would take a miracle to get back in this game, but any miracle will have to start with this fourth down conversion. He wants it all. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. South Carolina ready to go on the attack at another offensive odyssey. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
A lot of yardage in front of them. First and 10 from their own 19. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Going to try to get it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Looking to pass on second down. Steps away to find some room. He'll turn it loose out to the right. Makes a connection. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. The Gamecocks will line it up on first and 10. He's going to pass. Pulls it in. It's Adams. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Gonna let it fly. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
How about that? The mindset of the offensive coordinator. You got a really big lead. You're sitting really pretty, but I think this is just about rubbing your nose in it and trying to make bigger plays down the field, but the defense finally got to stop, and they need some more of those and some big plays to get back in this game.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. They keep attacking through the air. Gets away. Now he's going to throw back to the middle. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the pummeling has started.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Martinez on the carry. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Toss sweep to the right. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Shakes off the defender. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big.
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out.
Return
Didn't
is
find
second
any
and
crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Will take over 1st and 10.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Here's the handoff. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
2nd down coming up.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll go to the ground. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one.